And there
All
it
right.
is.
Bye-bye. Later.
That's gotta get cut.
God.
Like chopped. No. Chopped up and put into highlights is what I meant
No,
by
I
cut.
know that,
Okay.
obviously, Sam. Because I normally actually leave in the first minute that we do before we do the intro. I normally leave that in the recording.
No, that's not true. I listened to the last
I
one.
know it's not true, Sam.
Yeah,
That's why I
you're
said
right.
it.
I
Really?
am
I'm a
already.
rat?
I'm already done pushing. So
Well, I normally
that was the
rely on
quickest push
you.
of my life.
Dude, hold on. That was the quickest push of your life? Well, that was like the
Yeah.
quickest push of my life. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Let's
Come on.
fucking do it. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Philly!
Hello, everybody. Hello, Philadelphia. Welcome back once again to yet another edition of the Wolves of Broad Street podcast. As always, my name is Ryan Conway, and joining me here is my illustrious co-host and wartime consigliere, Sam Glavin. And of course, we have our producer behind the glass, Seamus G, chopping up the highlights, getting the banners together, making the show run smoothly. Boys, it is a Wednesday. It is a beautiful Wednesday evening, January 5th, our first episode of 2022. It's the new year. Last episode, we said new year, new birds. Birds are looking good. Clinched a playoff spot. We're going to open up talking about them. Then we're going to get into a little spat I had on the internet. We're going to get into some other things with the Birds and the Sixers as well. But first, Sam, of course, we're going to talk about the Eagles. I mean, let's fucking go Birds, right?
Yeah, go Birds, man. Playoff time. It's playoffs.
Let's
Playoffs.
go.
We're talking about playoffs. Let's go.
Yes. We absolutely are talking about playoffs.
Let me tell you something. I'm solely disappointed in all Philadelphia sports fans that I have not seen that clip on Twitter since we've clinched the playoffs. Haven't.
You haven't seen it once?
Nope, not once. I don't know how. I don't know how it's possible, but I haven't.
I mean, maybe because like the quote is him talking about how his team sucks. Like, there's no way we're going to the playoffs, and we are in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs right now. We clinched week 17 of 18. People had us finishing 3-14. People had us finishing last in the division. We were plus 1,400 odds. You could bet on plus 1,400 odds preseason for us to have the worst record in the NFL. And we're the 7th best team in the NFC right now after starting 2-5. I mean, we turned it around, man, and nobody believed. And I mean, we had it, Sam. We had it. We had it booked from the start that this was going to be a team that could contend for the playoffs. I had 10 wins. You had 11 wins. We were, a lot of people said we were overly optimistic. We even said ourselves that we're crazy. But no, here we are.
Yeah, those goddamn Giants. I could have had them at 11. I could have had it at 11. I'm pissed. I mean, I'm glad that we were both like very close in terms of like the record and whatnot, but I'm pissed. Like it could have been 11. It realistically should have been 11, and I'm like a little mad about that. But I'll take hopefully 10. Hopefully I'll take 10 next week or this coming week, this Saturday, which is weird. Why did it get flexed to Saturday? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. Like with this game on Saturday, I don't really know why it got flexed to that prime time 8:15 p.m. spot, just because like both teams are going into the playoffs already. It's not like winning in. It's mostly for seeding, and pretty much win or lose, it's not really going to change much at all. So the Cowboys are saying that they're going to come in and try and win it. I think we're probably going to let Jalen Hurts take a week off, let Minshew get in there and, toss the pigskin around and just see who we got that's, who's going to step up and try and beat the Cowboys. I really don't see Nick Sirianni just trying to take it to these guys because like, here's the thing. I get it. Not, try to avoid the sweep on the season, especially because Mike McCarthy said they're going to play, all their starters, at least for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see what happens.
It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who starts, like which starters are like going to start a little bit. I'm assuming the only guy that I know for sure is going to actually get the start is Jason Kelce, because otherwise his streak will go out the window just because they made the playoffs one weird year. So I don't want Smith. I don't want Devontae Smith starting. I don't want Jalen Hurts starting. I don't want any of our stud skill players starting, or even our offensive lineman. Jason Kelce is the only guy that I want to like take a snap and then leave.
Yeah.
So
got to keep the streak intact. Absolutely.
But I do like, I always felt bad because this is a game like I would love to go to. and I have time to go to, but now I'm not going to go because it's that nobody's going to be playing. And I'm going to see the Cowboys absolutely crap on the Eagles just because they're playing their stars and we're not. So I don't know.
I
It's
mean, we'll
weird.
see. We don't know that 100%. Like, we don't fully
True.
know what's going on here. I mean, I don't want anybody to get risk for injuries, but I mean, dude, last game was just an ugly football game as well against the Washington football team. It was ugly, physical, just
Yeah.
not an aesthetically pleasing product for most of the game. Just like a lot of
Very
just
true.
banging bodies around. So like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good with just kind of like, we'll see. I obviously would love to have a win over the Cowboys in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
That would obviously be a massive positive on the year. Just another, but it's more of a feather in the cap for the team now than it is like a must-have because we are in the playoffs, even though everybody said we weren't going to get there.
Yeah, let's talk about the Washington football team game a little
Let's
bit
do it.
before we get in. What were some of your key takeaways there, Ryan?
Dude, I'll be honest with you. Jalen Hurts started the game off, a little rough, as our team often tends to do, especially in these recent games, just being unable to move the football down the field. But I saw a lot of like in-game learning out of Jalen Hurts, just kind of like helped us win with his arm because we were not running the ball effectively at all. I know last week I said that because of our offensive line, we could have an average running back there. We could do it all regardless, but we didn't really have much for the running backs. I mean, Jordan Howard carried like 2.5 times, or had 2.5 yards per carry. Boston Scott didn't do much better, even though he did have those 2 1-yard touchdowns on 4th down that were huge. But Jalen Hurts moving the ball down the field with his arm when he had to was huge, was massive.
Dude.
I'm not saying he's out there making the most transcendent throws, but he's finding the open guys. He made plays down the stretch that helped us, that helped us seal a win. Obviously, it wasn't the perfect game, but it was a crappy day in Washington in a shithole of a stadium that's falling apart.
We'll get to that.
Against a team that, was there, that had just gotten embarrassed on national television, that was trying to play spoiler for us and try and push us clinching the playoffs back another week. And they couldn't get it done because they suck and they were missing a lot of guys because of COVID.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Yeah, for sure. My biggest takeaway, I mean, maybe not biggest takeaway, my biggest Jalen Hurts takeaway, since you brought it up, was that he has learned from his previous passing mistakes by overthrowing guys. I saw he overthrew Devontae Smith on that one. There was a play he just went downfield and Jalen Hurts overthrew him. I was sitting with Seamus. I looked at him. I was like, that's fine. Like that's literally fine. Like I'd much rather him do that than underthrow. Like 3 weeks ago, he would have underthrew that ball and it would have been intercepted.
Absolutely. We'd seen that time and time again from him.
Yeah, so I was massively happy. I think that was the happiest I've ever been with an incompletion. Like honestly, it was awesome. And I was sitting there right with Seamus. I was like, that makes my heart warm. Like he's learning, and he's getting.
He is, dude. He's reading the field a lot better. Honestly, I kind of wish that we didn't run as many run pass options with him, just to kind of let him have like a more set of progressions for him to go through. But he's gotten a lot better at, instead of just pulling the ball and running with it, either pulling the ball and making a play with his arm or just knowing when to hand the ball off. That's been huge. Just him knowing the game, him being able to read the defense is better at this level. It's clear. And also, I mean, he played better through the air this week than he did against the Washington football team the week before. I mean, 17 to 26, 65% of his passes, 214 yards, 44 yards rushing. Nothing crazy. 90 quarterback rating of 90. That's like right around Aaron Rodgers' average, maybe a couple points below. That's a perfectly acceptable game out of a quarterback for a team that is, clawing for a wild card spot and has what I see as an elite defense right now. It's really excellent when it's all firing on all cylinders, when guys actually know how to tackle.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't linger too much on the 0 pass touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. I mean,
I'm not worried about it.
Was it against Washington? Sure. Would I have liked to see him throw at least a touchdown? Yeah. But if you just look at the stat line, that doesn't tell the whole story of what Jalen Hurts did that whole game. I mean, he he got us down there because in the first half, like the run game, like wasn't really working, even into like the beginning of the third quarter. So we got like most of our running in like the second half of the third quarter and onwards. Jalen Hurts was just firing darts into the middle of the field to Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert like the whole time, moving us downfield, kicking field goals. Yeah, and then once we got into the red zone, it was Boston Scott all day long. I mean, that's been our game.
Yeah.
Or like, and previously it was Jalen Hurts taking it in the end zone himself. So yeah, the stat line doesn't totally say that he had like a bananas game in terms of throwing the football, but if you watched it, you'd know he had a good game.
He absolutely had a good game. And, anybody that's trying to detract from him or this Eagles team in general right now, I mean, regardless of the flaws that you can kind of see in general, I mean, like if you right now are an Eagles fan and you're not fully behind this team, ready to like head into the playoffs, just like head first, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. The Fanatic put out a poll. They were like, what are you? Are you cautiously optimistic? Are you super excited? Go Birds. Or were you hoping for a higher draft pick? And Drew wrote about it and was just like, thank God, like 60% of the fans picked super excited, go Birds. But the fact that, the other 40% were either cautiously optimistic or would prefer a draft pick is such a loser vibe.
That's so ratty. Like
you can't have that energy, especially in the NFL, man. Things change so much year to year in the National Football League.
We were 2-5.
We flipped it on our head. Look, sure. Would you like a high draft pick? Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like to pick a good player? Would you rather that or have a chance to play in the playoffs and potentially reach a Super Bowl? I understand that we're coming out of the 7th spot. We're either going to play the Bucks, Cowboys, or the Rams in the first round. That's not easy. I mean, honestly, probably give me the Rams. Either the Rams or the Cowboys. I don't want to play the Bucks.
Ooh, man, I don't know about that. I would much rather. I would rather play the Bucks.
You would rather play the Bucks, dude?
Yeah, I would. Here's my ranking. Actually, no. Here's my ranking of teams who I would want to see. So I would want to see the Cardinals first and foremost. That's who I would want to see.
Well,
because they're depleted and they suck at home. Like they're awful at home. So it wouldn't even be a home game for them. It would just be going to Arizona, playing some neutral fucking site. Like that's number one. Number two, I would want to see the Bucks. Their defense is like not as good as what it was last year, and that's what carried them last year. Yeah, they have Tom Brady. Sure, we've beaten Tom Brady before. Not too worried about it. Third, I would want to see the Cowboys. Fourth, I would want to see the Rams. I do not want to see the Rams.
You don't want to see the Rams at all?
No.
Why not?
They have the number one rushing defense, or this number two, I guess, behind the Saints. But I don't even know if that's even true anymore.
Well, what we do?
Aaron Donald. I have nightmares about Aaron Donald. I can't imagine what Boston Scott's thinking to himself.
Dude,
if he has
Boston
to see the Rams.
Scott will be fine. Jordan Howard's a decent-sized guy. I'm not worried about it. I would rather see the Rams.
Devontae Smith going up against Jalen Ramsey, he's probably going to want to jump off a bridge after that game.
No, he's not, because here's what I'm going to tell you, Sam. You got to take a look at the trenches. Take a look at the trenches. I understand they have an aging Von Miller and a prime Aaron Donald, but we've got 3 all-pro offensive linemen. We have, hopefully, Miles Sanders will be back for the playoffs, so we've got our leading rusher back there. And then also take a look at the flip side. Our defensive line will just absolutely just feast on their offensive line and make Matthew Stafford go from Matt Stafford to mid Stafford. That is what's going to happen. INTs out the ass. He's going to be giving away the ball like fucking presents on Christmas. No question in my mind.
I agree that is their one weak point. Is Matt Stafford because he's never been.
That sucks because I like Matt Stafford a lot.
I've never had a problem. Yeah,
never. No. Some people really hate Matt Stafford, and I'm just like, why? Like, what's your
give him a shot in like a real organization, right? Like,
and he's got it, and now I want to crush his dreams.
Facts. No,
I want to ruin.
Honestly,
him.
Ryan, I've just convinced myself into beating all 4 of these teams.
Dude, we're beating anyone we play. We're literally going to the Super Bowl. Dude, I was on the phone with Jansen. I called him to the line change on Monday night, and he was just like, we were just kind of talking birds, and then he was like kind of trying to goad me into saying Eagles to the Super Bowl. And then I was just like, and then I'm just like, I'm not saying that. He was like, well, why not? And I'm like, you know what? Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Throw it out the window. We did this when we made the wild card after we beat the Bears, 2019.
You know what?
We were
You're
like,
right.
we sat down there. We're like, all right, we're beating the Seahawks. We're beating the
Yeah.
Packers. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No question in my mind.
And then Seamus and I went to the Seahawks game, and
we know how that went.
Yeah, we know how that went. I'm not going to talk about that. But you know what we also did that with, Ryan? The schedule this year.
Dude, we were insane. I remember I told a couple people I had 10 wins, and they were just like, what? Why?
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I don't know. But we have multiple pieces of video evidence.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That was clipped up multiple times and dropped into other clips. It was clipped to be clipped to be clipped.
It was clips on clips. A clip is a clip is a clip is what I believe the saying is in the industry. Yeah. Absolutely. Sam, so I'm loving this Eagles team. I mean, is it a perfect team? No. Is it a perfect roster? No. But we've got Darius Slay, who's out there just giving up like no yards at all. I mean, 218 passing yards, 27 at 36 for Taylor Heineke. And honestly, dude, if you take like that first quarter was rough.
2/3 of that went into like from the first quarter and like the first half of the second quarter. That was where all of their passing yards came from. It was unbelievable.
They were feasting on us to start. They were seriously going bananas in the passing game. Taylor Heineke couldn't miss. Guys were wide open. I was just like, Gannon, what is going on? And obviously they adjusted. That's the thing about this team and the coaching staff. They've learned. I think they've figured out the personnel a little bit, and they've been able to start adjusting. But you can't do this against really good teams because they're just going to put you away. You'll make an adjustment, and then they'll make an adjustment. Okay, that's how it's going to work. It's more of a chess game. It's more of a chess match if you're going to go up against Bruce Arians and Tom Brady as opposed to Ron Rivera and fucking Taylor Heineke, who is a decent quarterback. Obviously, he looked pretty good, but then when we started getting pressure on him, when the heat started to get home, he turned into a human again. He turned into a pumpkin. He was having a little Cinderella story in that first quarter and a half. But no. We clearly straightened it out a little bit, held them scoreless in the second half. I think we lead the league in second half scoring differential.
If it's a stat, then it's only for us. I mean,
that's a stat. that's a real stat.
Oh, is it a real stat?
Can I get a hashtag real stat?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll get a hashtag real stat in there.
Hashtag real stat.
I've been having very, very mixed and polarizing feelings about Jonathan Gannon, and I'm hearing all this stuff from the outside. I'm like, oh my, like I hear a report. Yeah, he's a head coaching candidate. I'm like,
that's crazy to me, dude.
How? He's got to be like. He has the most like simple defensive schemes. Like I don't see anything complex going on over there. Like I don't see it. We have barely any linebackers, and even if we did, he's not doing anything with them. But somehow we're 5th in the league in points allowed. So is it working? Like is it not?
Dude, it's the same shit we had with Jim Schwartz, dude. It's the exact same conundrum we were in because we were like, this dude gives up so many yards and we get burnt and we blow leads. But Jim Schwartz's defense in his last 2 years averaged like 17 points a game.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, that's the thing is like, it's clear that the defense is not like the problem scoring wise, but where Gannon's defensive schemes get you in trouble outside of scoring is the time of possession. We saw it against the Chargers where they had the ball for 6 straight minutes and closed out the game. That was awful. I don't know if it was 6 whole minutes, but
speaking the truth.
They were able to just kind of eat away at the clock, and that's not going to show up on the score sheet because they only gave up 3 points. In the end, it was a field goal.
Yep, I totally agree. That was the difference between last year. So I think the difference between last year and this year is that the offense is miles better than what it was last year. Last year, I mean, obviously we were 4-10, but we're scoring 27, at least 27 points a game right now, whereas that was like a high-scoring game last year. We didn't put up 30 points all year last year. We've done it, I don't know, every other game this year, which is crazy.
We have definitely been moving the ball a lot more effectively, and a huge part of that is the fact that Nick Sirianni figured out what to do with this quarterback. And we also have a quarterback that doesn't hold on to the football for too long.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts has not made a ton of boneheaded plays in the pocket like Carson Wentz did last year. He really hasn't. And I'm really not trying to compare the two because obviously they're different, but it's just from an aesthetic watching football standpoint, it's a lot easier to watch football when your quarterback isn't just doing the dumbest shit imaginable every play. So that is nice. And then that does also translate into legitimate like football numbers, moving the ball down the field a lot more effectively. Also him being better with his legs and us just having faith in our run game and being the number one rushing team in the league. It's huge.
And having a good head on his shoulders, which is great. Which is just a nice added bonus that I love saying about.
Did you see? You know, man. I hate to bring up Carson Wentz, but did you see that? He had COVID, and then he came back, and then played like dog shit.
Yeah,
and then said someone was like, "Yeah, so you said after you had COVID, you were feeling a little sluggish. Do you think that had anything to do with this?" And he was like, "No, I don't think the two are related. I just got to be better." Dude,
well, I mean, like it's a non-answer, but
it's that no, but it's just like it clearly did affect you.
Yeah,
you're sick, and then you had like your worst game of the year. Like clearly it affected you.
Yeah,
just say
sure.
But he knows he can't because he'll get crucified because he didn't get the
because
they
took down the quarantine period right after he got COVID. So like
cut it in half.
It was it went from 10 days to 5 days immediately as he got it. Convenient.
Huge for
I don't know.
Yeah, very convenient. Interesting stuff.
I feel like we're just making this shit up as we go along, but
we are, dude.
Not a political podcast, so
that's never has been. But Sam, so we're playing the Cowboys on Saturday.
True.
We're playing the Cowboys on Saturday.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell to do with the Cowboys. I'll tell you this. I'm going to log on to covers.com right now, and I'm going to take a look just at some odds.
Sure.
Just to see if we can get a better sense of what the hell is going on.
It'll give us a sense, but it's going to be so fucked up just because we don't know who's playing and who's not. So
Vegas knows all, baby.
That's true. You're right about that.
70% of the money is going to the Birds right now. What's the spread?
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, it's Dallas -7.
Jeez.
The total is 43 points. I'm going to go ahead, probably take the under on that.
Yeah, I would.
Dude, and honestly, like, just take Philadelphia outright. And you want to know where you can do all this, where you can place all these bets? You can place them on the Park Sportsbook app with the code Wolves69 going. Make an account. Make sure you get your social security number on deck because there's a lot of security measures you got to get through.
Facts.
But once you go download the Park Sportsbook app, you log in, you get a risk-free bet up to $500. Might as well throw it on Eagles winning the fucking Super Bowl, right? Risk-free bet, $500. Yeah. Even if it's not $500, go throw $25 in there, throw it on Eagles winning the Super Bowl. You just get it back.
Yeah,
$25 back. Granted, it's site credit. You bet it again. Make money. Money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the self-sustaining economy. Park Sports.
It's perfect. It's a win-win-win. You know,
win-win-win-win-win.
It's great.
Win-win-win. All I do is win. Sam,
see if I was a betting man, I would take the Eagles in that. I mean, I think they can
Sam,
close the margin.
You're contractually obligated to be a betting man now.
I am. I have the app and I have deposited the thing, but I haven't bet anything.
Well, you're throwing $25 on Eagles outright right now.
I might. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But I would because I think the Eagles can get within less than 7 points. Like
the Eagles will definitely cover.
Yeah, they'll cover that. The
Eagles will cover.
That's ridiculous. So you take the Eagles and then you make a little bit more money. Like it's
absolutely
easy.
It's easy money. Easy money sniper.
That's how we do it.
No question about it.
I would, and I also would definitely take the under on that. I don't think it's going to be a shootout between fucking Gardner Minshew and Dak Prescott. Like,
yeah, dude, I don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening at all.
What the hell?
Whose
odds
do you have? Are these our odds?
No, what?
Are these Parks Casinos odds?
This is Vegas odds, dude.
No, just Vegas odds. Okay, I didn't know if they like made up their own odds or whatever.
No, I mean everyone pretty much follows the standard. I mean it's slightly different with different odds makers, but they pretty much stick together.
Learning the trade as we go along here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Interesting.
It's a fun little thing to do. Throw a little money down. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is fun, Sam?
What is that?
Bitching and moaning about people that bother us. And
True.
we get to do that in the doghouse, brought to you by the Wide Plank Floor Supply. Visit their website at www.wideplankfloorsupply.com. Get a recommendation for a contractor. Get a quote. Wide Plank Floor Supply. If it's wide, they've got it. Samuel Windsor Glavin. Who do you have in the doghouse this week, you rat fucker?
I've got Dan Snyder, the owner of the Washington football team. I bet most of you probably could have seen this coming. But as you all know, everybody's seen this video by now of the literal metal railing falling down on like 2 inches away from Jalen Hurts with a bunch of Eagles fans on it. Might have taken him out for the postseason. Like could have been like the worst case scenario. Like straight from the heavens, just like God smiting Eagles fans for being assholes, just like boom, like gets hurt after the whistle. But here's the thing. He wrote a letter, right? And Jalen Hurts was very respectable about it. You know, he helped up the people, and then he wrote a letter about it later. I haven't heard a single response from Dan Snyder or the Washington football team. But the fact that this stadium is a known dump and that people in the media literally complain about it live on air, on broadcast, on TV, in their articles. They complain about going there every year, once a year. And they're like, it is literally a dump. It is a dump. It's a brand new-ish stadium. It's like new-ish. I mean, it's younger than the Link, isn't it? I don't know what the actual year is. I don't know.
I'll check the year.
Go ahead. But it's my biggest qualm, and I was talking with my dad about this, is that like when the Snyder family or whatever bought it from the previous family, the Washington Redskins, as they were known then, were a dominating franchise. It was like the Steelers of, like the Steelers are a very well-run organization, and it's that's what Washington was. And my dad had the firsthand experience of it. They used to do training camp at Dickinson, which is where I go to school now as well. And they in Carlisle, and there's like the people are fans, and the previous owners, like to thank the college, would pay for the holiday dinner. Like it was just a really family run. Like it was owned by a family. I can't remember the name for the life of me, which is pissing me off. And then Dan Snyder bought it, and it just went in the fucking toilet. Like a dynasty franchise just in the crapper, like just awful. And the stadium shows it now. There's fans falling out of the stands because the railing can't go right. The press boxes are all fucked up, and the media hates going there. And it's just such a stain on the NFL right now.
Dude, it's horrible. Like the sewage pipes fucking burst.
Yeah.
Like people fell and got hurt. Like it's dog shit. And they zip tied the barricade.
Yeah, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. They zip tied.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Oh, and not to mention all the scandals that go on in the front office.
The fact that they like sexually harassed and like molested cheerleaders on a consistent basis. The whole reason those Gruden emails came out, even though, he got fired, he'd said bad things and probably should have gotten fired anyway. The reason those Gruden emails came out was because the Snyder camp leaked them to deflect from the investigation into the Washington football team in general. So he's just taking down people that a team he never even coached at. He's getting taken down. Like Dan Snyder is just a fucking weasel. And like NFC East owners are definitely interesting. I mean, you have the Maras in New York who are just fucking nimrods. And then you have Jerry Jones, who's insane, but at least like built a winning team at one point, even though now he's drifted slowly into senility. And then you have Dan Snyder, who wants so badly to be Jerry Jones, but is just a fucking moron. And then you have Jeffrey Lurie, who's just kind of just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I would like my team to throw the football.
Yes, that's exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head pretty much right there.
I think
describing the owners. That was pretty good.
I said them all. We're very fortunate to have Jeffrey Lurie as an owner.
We are,
with the gripes that we have, because there are just so many bad owners in professional sports across America, across the world. Just a lot of shitty owners. So we're fortunate to not have that. I mean, in this city, you take a look at like the other three teams.
There it is.
There it is, bing bong.
Yeah.
Bing bong. Fuck my life, I guess.
But yeah, pretty much. I don't even know who the owner for the Flyers is, but
it's like Comcast just owns them.
Oh, really? That's it? Like just Comcast.
Yeah, it's like Comcast owns them. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's
stupid. I know. Yeah, I'm with you.
Does your dad work for Comcast?
No.
Oh, I thought your dad worked for Comcast. I don't know. No. Anyways. Who do you have in the doghouse, Ryan?
Well, I have an employee of Comcast in the doghouse.
Oh, there you
go.
The
radio show is simulcast on NBC Sports Philadelphia, throwing 97.5 the Fanatic drive time host Mike Missanelli in my doghouse because, well, he's a rat bastard, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, man. I grew up listening to Mike Missanelli, big fan. And as you guys know, as fans of the Liberty Line know, I started a cooking show in November of 2021 called Cooking Papa. It was a smash hit, obviously.
Yeah.
people loved it. I did a couple more episodes and then it was derailed. I was going to do a Christmas episode and my sister caught COVID. I was unable to continue, but I wake up this morning and I see on Crossing Broad, the definitive source for all Philadelphia radio news, always has been really. They posted that Mike Missanelli is launching a cooking show of his own. And I'm just like, well, it's a little fishy. That's a little fishy. The timing there is a little ridiculous. And honestly, I'm joking here. He didn't copy my fucking
I feel awful that we have to like make that very clear, like to some people. It's a whole other doghouse for a whole other time, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
just people are not bright. And Seamus G has the article here pulled up for us whenever he wants to. And I just kind of had to call him out a little bit. 2 months after I started it.
There it is.
And I don't know if you can see in this picture right here, he's clearly been caught in 4K.
Yep.
Watching Cooking Papa. Are you kidding me? Mike Missanelli has been caught. So I had to let the people know that he was caught stealing my intellectual property. And I wrote this article, I posted it on Twitter, from the Liberty Line account, and the people were on my side for the most part. They were tagging him, blah blah blah. And then it kind of died down. No, I wasn't getting a lot of notifications about it. I figured it was over. And next thing I know, I get a notification. This guy posted under the Mike Miss Ventures, which is the company that Mike Miss owns, that's producing this cooking show. There it is. Even further zoomed in proof that Mike Missanelli is a dirty fucking rat. Obviously not, but at the same time, he is now. He has now become an enemy of the state because someone commented on that tweet just announcing the cooking show and posted my article. And then the Mike Miss Ventures replied like, "Hey, you're not right. Like, we started this a year ago." And then the guy just tagged me, Drew, and Stumps, all the Liberty Line, and I liked it. And then Mike Miss blocked all of us and said his patented "grow up, Skippy," and then blocked me. A 60-year-old man says to me, "Grow up, Skippy," and then blocks me. Look, I know Missanelli blocks everybody. That's me, Skippy.
Right, Skippy Conway. Tell us more, Skippy.
Motherfucker. Yeah, man. Dude, look. And I know that he didn't read the article because in the article, I talk about explicitly how big of a fan of Mike Missanelli I am. You can point. I mean, obviously, it's trailed off in recent years, especially now that he stole my fucking cooking show.
Yeah.
But he didn't. But dude, I don't know. I don't know. You can attest that
it's such a fall from grace. Like I used to listen to Missanelli with my dad on my way home from school. Like when he'd pick me up and we'd have it was drive time. Like it was time for Missanelli. Like we just have it on the radio.
Yeah, dog.
And he's just become such a fucking loser. Like, how do you have? First of all, like, why do you make time during your day or during your day at all, during your night, to go on Twitter and reply to people who are making fun of you? Like you have a big enough base where you just don't have to reply to anybody at all. You don't have to reply to even the nice things, but you're gonna single out people that are like criticizing you and hit them with the lamest comebacks in the book. I mean, come on.
Dude, so
Grow up.
lame.
Grow up,
Grow
Skip.
up,
You fucking
Skippy.
grow up. Like,
It's a
honestly.
joke. It's a joke. I literally put at the bottom of the article, if you can't find humor in this, you're a lost soul. Well, it appears
Yeah.
that Mike Missanelli is a lost soul. Or he didn't read the article. Or he
He's
didn't read
been
the
a
article
lost,
at all.
yeah,
I
he's been a
literally
lost soul
wrote
for a while.
in the article as well that he is he's engaged with people far dumber than me. So it wouldn't be a surprise if he stole my idea, because if he's interacting with people that dumb, you might as well, see some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He made time. He made time just like I thought he would. Grow up, Skippy.
Oh, yeah, I 100% knew that you were going to get blocked within the day.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I thought I
I'm
might
just
have
surprised it
saved
didn't happen sooner.
I was after a few hours, I just thought it wasn't going to happen. I thought maybe, it blew over. But, dude, other people were like just random people I've never met. These aren't personal friends of mine. These are just people that believe in my cause.
Yeah.
That, commiserated with me, with my compatriots. They went and they commented on his shit and tagged him. I never tweeted at him once. I never tagged him once. I like some tweets. I'm not going to lie. I like a couple tweets. I'm not innocent. I wrote the article. I'm not innocent. But dude, Mike Missanelli is just he's and look, I get the older you get, the less time you have for morons, but then just hit block and don't say
apparently that's the opposite for
apparently it's the opposite
because he just reads. Like, he'll just keep going. Like, just stop reading them. You have a big enough base where you just don't have to reply to anybody or even.
Dude, here's the thing: is that he's blocked so many people for just saying one negative thing that he doesn't have anybody left, to read the tweets. So he's just out. Like, he's just kind of enclosed himself, and with each person he blocks, the circle of people on Twitter gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And familiarity breeds contempt, and then he's going to block everyone. He's going to end up alone on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
With
I'll never forget that DM. You remember that DM that you sent me of him actually enticing this guy on Twitter to meet him in the parking lot of the Bala Kinwood Studios, calling this guy a bitch, telling him to come see him in the parking lot. I'm like, first of all, you'd probably get your ass beat. Second,
Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy. Why even he took the actual time to direct message this person who was criticizing him on Twitter. This wasn't even from face to face. If you say this to him face to face, that's grounds for some scrapping. That's fine. Totally justifiable. On Twitter, bro. On Twitter? Who cares?
Dude, you don't got to be throwing the block around. I mean, I made a fucking joke. I didn't even make the joke. I wrote an article that other people liked. So clearly some people, understand that.
Welcome to the business.
That Mike Missanelli was watching Cooking Papa in studio and said, "This is what I'm going to do." That is 100% what happened. No one has ever made a cooking show before. I invented the cooking show. The concept of the I even had a and in the description it says it'll have a dash of sports talk. Literally, I had Sporty Jordy on episode 2 of Cooking Papa to give me picks on NFL Sunday, and 75% of them cashed. So fuck this.
You should have said a pinch of sports. That would have been the cooking thing.
A dash of sports.
A dash of, I guess dash is the same, but
it's the same thing.
I don't know. I like pinch better.
I mean,
a pinch.
Are you editing for style, or are we editing?
Hey, I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm just kidding.
I didn't write his fucking description.
I was just saying. I don't know. It's whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that guy's such a loser, honestly. Such a loser. I can't.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. And it's actually not ruined because
it was it was that whole show too. It was egging off and freaking Tyrone, both of which I've.
Hey man, and that's a coworker of ours now.
No, she's not.
No bad. Yes, she is.
I know she also does stuff with Parks, but she's not. No.
Yeah, we're pretty much hand in hand. Us and Nat, we're basically on the same level. I would say. Yep. No. Yep. I would say we're equals.
I don't believe you.
Again, a joke. See, these are
Yeah,
jokes. I know
Yeah.
you know. I know you. I know you know. That's why I can talk to you. That's why I can have a show with you because you understand. Some people just don't understand jokes anymore. But whatever.
Yeah.
Mike, all right, and this has been the Doghouse. Brought to you by Wide Plank Floor Supply. Visit their website at www.wideplankfloorsupply.com. Get a recommendation for a contractor. Get a quote. Oh, fuck. It's hot in my room. Wide Plank Floor Supply. If it's wide, they've got it. Oh, my God. I'm so warm right now. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God.
Hardwood flooring is cooler. It makes your house a little cooler, temperature wise. Carpet is bad.
Too bundled too. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little too bundled, and I got a little heated talking Mikey Miss. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little heated talking Mikey Miss. But Sam. The Philadelphia 76ers are a basketball team.
No, they're not.
Yes, Sam, they are. They're a basketball team, Sam. They are. They and guess what, Sam? They play in the NBA. And as a matter of fact, that season, they should probably be playing in the fucking Australian League.
Yeah, I don't even think they would last in the Baltic League, Ryan.
All right, leave them alone. The Baltic League is bad. It's not good.
I just wanted to say Baltic to get your juices flowing,
Woo! Yes. Sam.
The Baltics. Anyways, Sixers, yeah. Fuck
Sixers, dude. Fuck them. Nah, dude, they won tonight.
Oh, yeah, Seamus has got the stats for us. They won 116, 106. Joel Embiid, 31 points, 4 rebounds, whatever. Okay. 5 assists. How are you 7-2 and you have fucking 4 rebounds?
What the
fuck? Does that make sense?
I don't know. Seth Curry had 7 rebounds.
Like what?
Tobias Harris had 9. Oh, look, he had 22 points. I'm curious as to how many shots he took, though. That's like my big question.
Probably a lot.
Probably a million.
22 shots. I don't know.
Probably a billion shots.
Yeah, a million shots. But yeah, the Sixers, dude, I'm sick of just listening and all these like Ben Simmons rumblings. Dude, like why does Sixers Twitter like do this? Why? I hate to be talking about Sixers Twitter again, but we're gonna be talking about Sixers Twitter.
Sometimes you gotta.
And we'll put a quick pause on that as Tobias Harris went 9 for 19 tonight. So that's good.
He did fucking not go 9 for 19.
Yes, he did.
Dude, I knew it. You knew it. I knew it. We all knew it. Tobias Harris was going to break 20 points tonight, but it was only going to be in like the fucking least efficient. Do you want to know the worst part? This is like his most efficient night in like 2 weeks.
I said he took 22 shots. That was my guess. I wasn't far off, and I was grossly exaggerating.
Dude. You did that as like a clear joke. Like you're clearly joking, but no, you were not far off at all.
No,
dude, I was looking at his stats yesterday, and it was just like, and I was talking to Brace, and he was like, "Dude, results matter. We're winning these games." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, but like." Mm-hmm. He's shooting like 30% from the floor every.
It's bad. It's bad. Seamus, can I get a hashtag no booing allowed?
No,
because Tobias has gone on that. He's gotten on that trend too, which pissed me off. Or no, I guess no. He was pissed that people were booing, and then pissed at people when they were clapping when he made a layup or something. He was like, "Don't fucking clap."
Don't fucking clap.
I'm putting him in that same category as no booing. I feel like that works. So I'm putting them in with Miles Sanders and Jalen Reagor and now Tobias Harris, which is, perfect. I'm just so sick of these athletes acting like we hate them all the time. Like, just play good. Just play well. Literally just put the ball in the hole and go score touchdowns and catch the football and make the plays in the field and hit the baseball. What am I missing? Oh, score the puck.
All those
things. And we won't boo you. And don't be an idiot off the field. And don't be an idiot on the field. It's a very simple concept.
It's super easy, dude. It's super easy.
And you've had, I don't know, years, decades to study this. Like, oh, Philadelphia. They like their sports. And they pretty much know what they're talking about. And if I screw up, they're going to let me have it.
Mm-hmm. And he's being given it right now.
Yeah. Dude, everybody their dog knows that. Like, come on.
I'll tell you this. He's not boo him every time he touches the ball bad, though.
No, he's not.
He's not, but that's kind of the treatment he's getting too. So here's the thing. You know me. I'm on the side of the fan. I'm on the side of the fan. I'm on the side of I'm gonna boo who the fuck I want when I want. But this is a situation where I think, like, to me, I just think everybody could chill. Everybody could benefit from chilling a little bit. Just a little bit.
Maybe a little. I don't know, but
Tobias doesn't need to get booed every time he touches the basketball. And Tobias doesn't also need to be a bitch. You know, everybody could give something up here. And everybody could be happy because there is a point where this is our basketball team and it's like we want them to win and yeah, we'll boo them and stuff. But like the point of like being a fan of a team is to cheer them on. And like that's like kind of the whole point. Like a home court advantage is because like you're supporting the team. And I'm not going to say that, booing means you're not supporting the team. I'm a fucking Philly fan. I understand all that. I'll boo as much as fucking anybody. I said I'd boo Jalen Reagor if he's feeding the homeless. I'd boo him regardless. So I understand where people are coming from, but everybody just kind of has to chill. But at the same time, boo him when he fucks up. Like when he goes 6 of 18. You can boo him then. When he smokes a wide open layup, you can let him have it a little bit. But every time he just touches the ball in possession on his home floor, he should not be getting booed. That's just I
didn't know that he was getting booed.
It's not every possession. It's not every single time. It's not every single, but it's enough that it's just like, all right, guys, we fucking get it. You're mad at him. It's like, you know, like
it's just like he makes so much money, Ryan. He makes so much money to do absolutely nothing.
He didn't ask for that money. We went, you want it? And he was like,
yeah, he chuckled to himself a little bit and then was like, yeah.
Tobias, you gonna sign the max? He's like, I hope so.
I hope so. Oh man.
Oh yeah, man. It's tough, dude. It's that fuck Tobias Harris, dude. He's so annoying. Kodak Toby, fucking.
But like Seamus G is chiming in. He said, we need an outlet for what was supposed to be a championship caliber team. And he's dead right. He is dead right. This was supposed to be last year. It was supposed to be a championship caliber team. This year, they were supposed to fix what they fucked up in the playoffs last year, and they went backwards.
Yes.
And so I feel like booing is okay.
Yeah, no, definitely boo. Definitely boo.
Yeah.
Definitely boo. But like, let's all not be fucking overboard all the time. This is definitely a pro booing podcast. 100%. Yes. We're on that side of the aisle. Boo for sure. But everybody,
boo.
But dude, I take away, fuck Tobias Harris, fuck Danny Green getting his cardio in tonight with like 0 fucking. I don't know how many points he had, but he had 0 points when we started the episode.
I hate him. I've always hated him, even when we were good. I
know, dude. He was like public enemy number 1 of this podcast for like the start of the season last year. It was so funny. And then he was like sick, and then he got hurt in the playoffs. And turned out he was probably the key to us winning that Hawks series, which is just so upsetting. But Joel Embiid, dude. Joel Embiid, he's incredible.
Yeah,
he's incredible.
And it's just sickening to my stomach that we're just wasting
him.
Wasting just a prime Joel. He's as good, if not better, than he was last year. Like as if he could top last year. Like he's just doing all the same shit again. Like it's just awesome. Dude, so fun. I mean, he's incredible. Just such a fun guy. I mean, he embraces the city. Like I know we talk about this all. He embraces the city and shows up on the court. Loves the fan, like doesn't really care like if anybody is getting booed or not. Like he's a guy who would embrace the booing. But
he basically haven't had in that press conference like Tobias, shut the fuck up. Like it's no big deal.
He did. He did, and he also told Ben Simmons to fuck off too, which I thought was hilarious.
I mean, there's a point he had to,
Yeah. I just love Joel Embiid, and I wish that he had a better team around him. Is this what people felt like with AI?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Absolutely.
I wasn't like alive. I was alive-ish for AI, but I wasn't a basketball fan in the slightest. I was even less of a basketball fan back then than I am
I believe
now.
You there.
So that's no question about it. So I was just wondering if this is because that's incredibly frustrating because AI is arguably better than Tobias Harris. So like, Tobias Harris, fucking Joel Embiid. Anyways,
I mean, he's the greatest pound for pound player of all time. I mean, there's just different. But dude, it's still like this is your MVP caliber guy. Like, I need Joel Embiid to get some fucking help. Meanwhile, we've got Lance Stevenson cooking people in Indiana right now. He dropped 20 points in like the first half, was 4 or 5 from deep. He's just out on the waiver wire. Meanwhile, Daryl Morey's in the metaverse and totally missed that. Like, there are guys out there getting signed for COVID exceptions that could come in and just give us a little spark for those 10 days. Or we need Ben Simmons gone. We need Ben Simmons to leave. And then we can put Tobias Harris, ideally, as the third option. And then everything is okay. When Tobias Harris is the third option, everything will be okay if you have a first and a second option that work. Obviously, Ben Simmons was not a first option in those playoffs against the Hawks. Tobias Harris was forced to be that second option, and he came up small because he's not that second option on a championship team. That is the one thing that is tough for Tobias. That is the one thing that is difficult to reconcile with as well. It's just that we all knew he was never supposed to be the second best player on a championship team. And now he's being asked to do that. That's like that'd be like asking me to be like, to just do math all the time. I would just be like, what the fuck? And then people getting mad at me. And I'm just like, well, I thought I'd do math sometimes, but I didn't know I'd be doing math all the fucking time. Be doing the second most math. Like,
yeah, you know? I got a question.
Yes.
I don't know if you're gonna remember this or not, but was Tobias Harris acquired before or after we got Jimmy Butler?
After.
Okay. So people forget that Tobias Harris was like the finishing, like supposed to be like the finishing touch, like one of the finishing touches to that Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, and other guys that I don't remember.
Probably JJ Redick in that.
JJ Redick, that's right. That big, so and then Tobias Harris was like the final just sprinkle, the final pinch of player, a pinch of talent on that roster. So, and now he's been all of a sudden promoted to second option, which he was like, I don't know, maybe I could do that. I'll take your money, but maybe, yeah, I don't know, but. Yeah, people just forget. Like he was like supposed to be that just like, yeah, go win a championship now, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's what you're 100% right. He was supposed to be like, dude, he wasn't supposed to be here still.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be here
still. I thought for sure he was going to be a rental.
We were supposed to have Jimmy Butler for 5 years. And then we would have Joel Embiid and Dude, I thought like Ben Simmons and Jimmy Butler were like friends. Apparently, I was like wrong.
Yeah,
and then like Joel Embiid and Jimmy Butler were friends, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I thought Ben and Jimmy were friends. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what happened there, but that was just such an organizational fail. Like if I had known what was going to happen, if I had known that like keeping Brett Brown on and keeping Ben Simmons was going to send Jimmy Butler away, and then Ben Simmons was going to suck, and then we're going to fire Brett anyway a year later. I would have just said fire him then. I would, if I had known. I mean, obviously that's hindsight, but like, fuck, I didn't think we were getting. Now, granted, I'm not really thrilled with the Doc Rivers hire anymore. I'm not really happy with him at all. He had fucking Joel Embiid and Andre Drummond on the floor at the same time tonight.
That's hilarious.
Stop! Stop doing that, Doc.
He's not. He's Glenn Rivers from here on out.
Glenn, you fuck.
Glenn Rivers.
He should be erected for erected. He should be arrested.
Erected? Nice. Okay.
53-minute gang. No, but he should be arrested for medical malpractice. Absolutely. Yeah. The things that he's doing for this organization.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Is that Mike Miss the everyday?
Oh yeah, it is
right now.
Mm-hmm. Chiming in real quick.
What's going on, you rat? You dirty rat, Michael,
dirty.
Counselor,
Michael.
Dude, hey, I'll tell you this, just real quick. I just want to take a super duper quick look at the Sixers' upcoming schedule. So we're going to host the Spurs on Friday and then go to the Rockets and then host the Hornets. So
Tough.
yeah, dude, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I think we can kind of sustain these winning ways even with a
Is
not
this
so great roster.
a 5-game win streak at this point? Is that what that is?
It could be.
I think because I thought I heard it earlier today on the radio or on the chat or something that it was a 4-game win streak, and then they played tonight, obviously, and won. So that would make it 5, right?
Yes, sir. That is 5. See if we can continue it. The game that I've got circled on the calendar right now is Celtics at Sixers, Friday, January 14th. We'll obviously talk to you guys again before then. Get the full preview on that. Maybe get into the odds a little bit, odds and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because we got to start learning this gambling shit, man. If we're going to fucking work with Parks, we're going to push
Facts.
this shit. Because we've got a code, Wolves69. You go make it on the Park Sportsbook. Go make an account. Deposit $25. You get a risk-free bet up to $500. It's incredible. It's incredible. So is Parks working with me? I might have to ask him that fucking question. I might have to get them on a fucking call. That's neither here nor there. Sam, that's going to do it for me and the Sixers. Seamus G, do you have any stick talk prep for us? Any Seamus says? Now
Seamus says.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I do have a Seamus says. We'll lead off. You're welcome. We'll lead off with the Seamus says. A new era was born Sunday. The birds are back, baby. If we could only play the first half, this league would be a laugh. But alas, we face a tough wild card test. I'll always love this team, the Birds, who for now are just the best of the rest.
Nice. Well, did that have a title? I didn't catch the title.
Oh, it's just best of the rest.
Best of the rest. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's a big title in like Formula One. Let's see the comments popping off. I gotta do the producer stuff too. Oh, love you, baby.
Horrendously.
And you know what? We're a pro booing podcast. So.
And you see, that's how you take booing right there. That's how you take
Feed me controversy.
Yeah.
Feed me
adversity.
And you want to talk about adversity.
The line. Yeah.
Let's talk about adversity. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers are brutal, man. They are 13-14 and a couple of ties. Like, we're below 500 now officially. We just had a guy with the last name Terry. I think it's Troy Terry. But Terry tore us apart. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Huh?
Nothing you can do.
There's nothing I can do about that. We've lost 4-1. It was brutal. And now Carter Hart's chiming in with the COVID stuff. Like, bud, you're younger than me. You don't know enough. You don't. You don't need to be chiming in. He's
Carter Hart's just taught. All right, buddy.
He's just looking for some help.
It's an unlikable hockey team, Seamus.
It's a very, very unlikable hockey team.
I've been in the depths of Flyers Twitter. I've even been getting in on the jokes, honestly. I've just been ripping on the team.
I saw that.
You're knee deep in the cones. I
that.
love
Dude, I'm just making cone jokes. It's like the only one I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, honestly, I get it. Yandel, the Iron Man streak. This might be a lost season.
It's a lost season.
But, oh my goodness. Let's not pretend then, right? All right, they're not even pretending. They don't even have a real head coach right now. Like, this is
Mike. Yo.
All right, but bro, it's really brutal right now. We have Giroux on COVID. He was looking for some, illegal streams, which
that was tough, dude. I saw that.
I don't even know what that is. What the hell?
So basically, he was asking Reddit users and stuff to get streams because guess what, Sam? You're gonna love this. ESPN Plus had blacked out an NHL player.
Of fucking course. It's just no.
Yeah.
I refuse to talk about that. I refuse to give this the airtime. Continue, please, Seamus.
Yep. So it's a crap show. It's a shit show. I forgot we can curse on here. Yeah, it's a shit show. But maybe it will get better. It won't get better.
No.
It won't get better.
Nope.
And
Drew
is wrong.
Wrong.
This is not a family show.
This is not a family show. If this was a family show, it might be your family show.
We'd have been fired a while ago. Yeah.
We'd be in jail.
Oh, it's not true.
The fuck is it?
It could be anybody.
Wow, you got booed by a total random person.
Yeah,
dude, that's
random person.
brutal.
It's definitely true. Anyways.
So many employees.
My
Drew
leg
is
has
definitely
officially
not
been
the
pulled.
only Design Tree employee.
So many employees.
So many employees.
But it's okay because I'm gonna get like an internship with them or something, get some course credit.
Facts.
I love that. Oh man, we got a question in the chat before we close it out.
I would bring it up, but the overlay is not friendly.
Yeah, the overlay kind of sucks, but that's okay. The overlay doesn't suck. Sorry, Vic.
Love you, Vic.
It's just the way it goes sometimes.
Just the way it goes.
But
Do you guys see Tobias Harris getting traded at all by the deadline? I feel like that's a Ryan question. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I would like to, but I don't really know what we're gonna get for him. His contract is kind of complete albatross, just like kind of too big to move right now, unless he actually starts to look halfway decent, and going 9 for 19 against the fucking Magic is not a good way to start. So I would like to see Tobias Harris get moved. There are a lot of things I would like to see happen with the Sixers roster, but I don't see anything good happening.
So Ryan, I got a question for you. So John Wall is just kind of sitting.
Stop.
Like, could there be dude, the Rockets are tanking. The Rockets are officially tanking.
We're gonna give up Tobias Harris for John Wall.
Why not? Who says no?
It'd
be fun.
No.
It would at least be fun.
It would not be fun. I do not want an injured, aging John Wall on a team that can't help anybody. Tobias for Kevin Love. I mean, I would have done that like 3 years ago.
Oh,
I don't know so much about. Yeah, it's just like this team just lacks guys that can move, and Kevin Love is just another guy that can't move. He's just old now, and that's I'm not a Kevin Love hater. I think he's still got a lot of talent, and I think he can contribute on a winner. But in terms of what this team needs right now, we just need guys with some athleticism. Like, I mean, we need guys that can create their own shot. We need a guy that can do what I can't believe I'm saying this, but Lance Stevenson did tonight in Indiana. That would be huge if we could get a guy that just has lateral quickness and can finish at the rim at will. Like, we don't have that.
Nope.
I don't have anybody.
Hey, but you know what we can do to get a guy like that? Trade Ben Simmons.
We could trade Ben Simmons. I'd be down to trade Ben Simmons.
I hadn't actually. Harris. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know, Sam, I hadn't even actually. That's a good idea. I hadn't even thought of trading Ben Simmons.
Yeah, you know,
right?
Yeah, dude, that might be a good idea. I kind of like that.
I wanted to do it forever ago. Forever ago, I wanted to do this.
Oh my god. Oh shit. All right. Is the process over? That's a heavy question. Yeah, the Hawks killed it.
Yeah, process
was it the
is
Hawks?
officially over.
The Hawks killed it. It's over.
Yeah, I agree. Progress over.
Dude, because Ben Simmons really was the fruit of the process. That was like Joel Embiid, yes, that third overall pick, but like they continued tanking after. Like, so if the fact that we only got one star out of how many top picks?
4 or 5?
4 or 5, that's rough. Or at least we only got one star that wants
Okafor, Noel.
Dude, 2 of the worst basketball players I've ever seen. Julian Okafor and Joel Embiid. No, fuck. And Nerlens Noel. Oh my god. The fact that even slipped out, it makes me cry. But yeah. Yeah. We'll see, man.
Bad. I don't know.
See what happens.
Just trade everyone except Tobias.
Dude, I would like to see Ben Simmons in Sacramento. I would love to see Ben Simmons in Sacktown. Just playing one nationally televised game a year.
I want to see him in the Midwest. Just like throw him somewhere in Ohio or Minnesota where he just rots in the fucking plain lands where he can't go to a club and he has to get cars shipped in. Oh, it would be perfect. It would be perfect.
Dude, I don't know what the hell he's going to do once because what if he gets traded to somewhere he doesn't want to play? Is he just not going to fucking play still?
No, no, it's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to
what the hell?
Like, he's just the worst kind of person, and I hate him.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy, dude. He got married to like one of the
Yeah.
hottest women alive, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. He really did a good job there. He really did.
Yeah, congratulations.
Which, like, dude, honestly, at that point, fuck basketball. Like, you know, you made your rookie contract. Like, you might as well just fucking chill with your hot rich wife and do nothing, right?
Well, play Call of Duty, of course.
You mean exactly what he's doing now? Like,
Yeah, that's literally exactly what I'm saying.
okay.
It's just fuck
Yeah.
it. He might as well just do that now.
Yeah. What an asshole.
Can't believe he tried to get paid for not playing. What a chode.
I can't believe his agency tried to get him into the All-Star game for not playing.
Dude, I still think we should have gotten him into the All-Star game. I do really wish that we had done that.
All right, thanks everybody for listening.
That'd be so funny. All right, Sam, you can give your fucking
do the sign off.
All right, thanks everybody for listening to this edition of the Wolves of Broad Street podcast. You can follow everything social media wise, Wolves of Broad Street related at Wolves of Broad ST. All of the social medias, all of them. Check out thelibertyline.com for awesome blog posts by Ryan Conway and not myself. And sorry. And, shit. No, I just lost my shit. Follow me at Sam Glavin06, at Ryan Conway 76, at Shamelessly SG. Big shouts to Drew and Victor for letting us rant and rave on their platform. Follow at Liberty Line PHL, Parks Casino Sportsbook. Use code Wolves69.
69.
Yeah, that's right. Wolves69 for a risk-free bet of up to $500. Big shouts to Wide Plank Floor Supply. My shoulder's killing me right now. Seamus G, close us down.